Hello everyone, I'm Amaterasu Wolf 1, and we got a little bit of a situation on our hands. Let's get going. Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in the open sea, he is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none, but you may be sure. Wait, our fleet is second to none. Of that you may be sure. But Lemlian herself would struggle to best the Lord of the World in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat and matchwood of us. We need another plan, that much is plain. Let's return to Lenza and see if we cannot think of one. I shall await you in the command room. After IP, head back to the IP set because I like that set. Let's go to Lenza before anything else attacks us out here. This way. Let's go.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Halfstone, it was called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the Company of Heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Halfstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
Wow.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystal stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations.
Oh, joy.
If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Halfstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa.
Oh, dear.
That cannot happen. The primal must be stopped.
You don't say.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the Primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
I don't know.
The Company of Heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet. But we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Speak freely, Marshal.
What?
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the Company of Heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told.
Wait, like what I did with Garuda so I could actually get into where she was and so I could kill her?
If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
He did.
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another.
That's true.
In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe. But I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed two ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Yeah.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan.
Yeah.
This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel.
Let's do this.
Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
It will be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafirson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
Yes.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
You can count on me, Admiral. Beings held as gods also existed in what you call the Far East. Legends tell us that they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them, and I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I have come to face with the Primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans feared them so. What is it? A message, Admiral. I judged it best to be delivered at once. I am listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, the man has appeared. A man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. One of the company of heroes. The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I'm disinclined to put any store on by this claim, and even should it be true, it is as Yashtola said. None save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, why could he tell us that we do not know already? And yet, having wagered limbs of survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on the supposed Primal Slayer's claims. Siren, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning in idleness. The man you're looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in Lower Lenosha. The Storm Private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May our journey prove fruitful. Why is it dark in here? Oh, it's nighttime, that's why. Okay, Lower Lenosha. Excuse me. Okay, if I can teleport to the Tempest Gate, then again I could just teleport to the Mist. Then again I could just teleport to one of the wards in the Mist. Doesn't even have to be a specific ward, just a random ward, and that will just get me there quicker. Okay. Go. What is this one? And then I just have to go over here. Whoop! Leave! Laura Lenosha, here I am. Hello, hello. Oh, hey! I have one of you. Yuck! Oh my god, he's even smaller than you. He's so cute. Okay. I can just run there. Sprint! Come on, Kid Dragora. We go. It's so small. You're so small. Now look here, you'll have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. But, sir, that's what you said before you had me pick those oranges for you, and before I smucked out the chocobo stables, and before I rolled that millstone over to the mill, and also before... you again. Godsman, I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days! And do you hear me complaining? I suppose some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. Alright, I'll give you what you want. Never let it be said that old Track told me, not generous soul. Now prick up your ears, because I won't be repeating myself. Too modesty. Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting, you keep? The tale of Trackton's epic victory over the dread primer Leviabetus. What? Now, Leviabetus is huge, make no mistake. To give you an idea how big, each of his scales is about as wide across as me members long, and that's no mean feat, let me tell you. When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting me with. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of me hands at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. What happened next? Why, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots. But not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let me mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Mayhap too modest. Now, there's some as say ye can never truly be the Viabetus. That you've got to learn to live with them and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. Excuse me. Ah! It's you! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention is all. I take back everything I said. I was never part of the company of heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm Chocobo Dung. No, I'm the maggots you find wiggling the Chocobo Dung. I have to lie to women to tumble him, and that don't happen much. The member's tiny. It's pathetic. I sure as hell didn't fight the Viabetus, but I have seen her with my own eyes. 'Twas a fair few years back when I was working as a baker's hand. I was shirking me duties one day, loitering out about the harbor when I saw it. A great big massive sea serpent some bombs off the coast with a fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. I was so bloody scared I stilled myself right there and then. What? Oh god, just remembering that day made me slow myself all over again. Hey, wait, if you're asking after the Viabetus, it means you're planning to fight him, ain't ye? Well, take care. He really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell you. If you're not careful, you'll end up in his gullet or at the bottom of the sea. Why, you worthless lying whoreson! I can't believe you made me handle Chocobo Dung. Sorry, this is Minfilia. Were you able to learn aught of use against Leviathan? I beg your pardon. Viabetus? I see. That is unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at Moraby Docks, Dry Docks. Pray, make your way there as soon as you are able. You are the biggest idiot I have ever met. I'm told your John had the Great Fleet proved fruitless. My sympathies, lad. I'll wager it served to take your mind off the event of recent days, though. But enough of that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the World Eater I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonsage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention also that she is nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. The World Eater and her crew stand ready, my friend. Just give the word, and we shall bear you to Leviathan. Take this, thank you. Ah, I know that look. You're ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the World Eater may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She has been fitted with what our friends at Nadik and Vermilies are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. It is expected that the Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thancred and Y'shtola, I would have you assist in this effort. If it is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want from numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in I don't know. I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Thancred and Y'shtola, if you would join the Third Levy and Lady Yugiri, the Fifth. But what words have I for the man who has made a sport of slaying gods? Only these. Go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments and add a few words of mine own. We know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Sire. May the crystal bless you and keep you. Let's do this. Let's go fight a giant ass sea serpent!